Hello, this video I'm making to make sure that you can set up a blazing fast, minimal and free website with GitHub Pages. GitHub Pages is on GitHub and we need to create a GitHub account in order to move on. So we need a browser. Mine is going to be Firefox. Yours could be anything, whatever you're comfortable with, but at the end of the day, they are more or less the same. So let's just search for GitHub or type in github.com. But I'd like you to see that if you just type in GitHub, it's going to be on the top of your list. It's the world's leading software development platform, github.com. Let's just click on that. Here, we need to create an account. So in other words, we need to sign up. We need a username, an email, and the password. So the username for this tutorial video will be Chris website demo. Let's just say Chris website. Okay, that works. Available. Then the email is going to be my email address, chris@khofstetter.info. Okay, that's available too. And then we need to create a password. So the password will be, wait a minute, it has to be at least 8 characters long and include a number. As far as I remember, it needs to include a lowercase letter as well. So let's do that too. So password, whatever. Okay, that works. Yes, it did work. Now, we need to create an account by, well, we need to continue creating the account by clicking on this button. Then, second step, we need to choose a plan, and let's just choose the free plan. We don't tick any of these, just continue. Then third step is the one which I'll skip. If you want, you can fill these in. It's not really important as far as I can tell. Here we go. So we are somewhat logged in. We are actually logged in. This is our avatar, which you can change and add more personal data here in your profile and later in settings, but let's not worry about that. What we want to do is we want to create a website as fast as possible. So in order to do that, we need to create something that's called in GitHub a repository. We can do that here, yes, by clicking on the plus icon, or we could do it here as well. When I click on new repository, it tells me that I still haven't verified my email address. No, I haven't. So I'll do that. I'll go and check my inbox, verify the email, and come back in a second. Let's pause this video. Okay, video recording resumed. I have verified the email account in my inbox. It opened a new tab in the web browser, so I can just close the one before. And I probably can get rid of this notification too. Hey, now we are ready to create a new repository. So let's go back where we were before. Click on this. Yay. And then we have to name our repository. Basically, it's just giving a name to a folder. Now, if, for example, I am a music for the moving image student, then it's M4MI. Something short is good. If I'm a sensor technology student, then it's S-Tech, for example. If I run a business called T.T, then it's T.T. If, for example, I want a website that is called Booking. Wow, that works. Okay, and then description is Booking Test. Okay, then we need to keep it on public, and then no need to initialize this repository with a README file. This would just add a README file to the folder. We don't need this. And these two can stay as they are. Now let's just create the repository. Here we go. Okay, let's just get rid of this and learn this later if we need to. Okay, so this is our account. This is our repository, basically a folder in the root folder. And then GitHub in here on this page tells us how to add files to this repository, to this folder. Now we'll go with the simplest one in a way, and that is basically just clicking on this hyperlink, creating a new file. Let's do that. Okay. Now in this repository, we need to create an index.html. There it is, look at that, but I can type it in, index.html. Okay, fantastic. Okay, then before creating the file, I need to add some text to this HTML file. So let's just say, so if we wanted to start with some basic HTML syntax, HTML language, then we could say header 1. Let's say there's a title. So if this is booking, then this could be booking. And then to close header 1, we need this and this again. Okay. And then let's say subtitle is in header 2. So that's going to be a bit smaller. Let's just call this A1, as if it was assignment 1 for a booking. Then we close header 2 like this. Okay. And then to add a paragraph, we use this. And then this assignment okay. And then we close that paragraph. Oops. Like this. And what else? We could just keep it as it is for now. Scroll down to the bottom of the page and then click on commit new file. This will just create the index file and add these lines of text in that index file. Commit new file. Okay, there it is. So root folder, our account, our repository, and in there is an index.html file. Now, how do I ask GitHub to consider this repository, basically the content of this repository, as a website? Now we need to go into the setup of this repository, not the setup of our account, which is settings. Sorry, it's not setup, it's settings. So the settings of this repository, I click on it, and we scroll down until we see something called GitHub pages. Okay, so there under source, we click on none and select master branch instead of none and save it. Okay, so something has happened. We scroll back to where we were, and there it says your site is ready to be published at this URL. Now, does that mean our site is ready at this URL? This is the frustrating part. Sometimes it is, sometimes it takes an hour. Now let's check by just simply control click on this URL and open it in a new tab. And it is a miracle. It is there. So the lesson to be learned here is that when you turn a repository with under settings into GitHub pages, basically into a website, by doing this what we just did and saving it, then sometimes the repository is turned straight away within seconds into something that can be considered as a website by just using this URL, but sometimes it takes a long time, like an hour or more. And to be honest, I actually don't know why there is such a difference between, you know, these two. Why sometimes it takes longer and sometimes much less. But hey, let's say sometimes we are lucky and sometimes we aren't. I guess it has something to do with maybe how many people are using GitHub at that specific time when you're turning something into a GitHub page. Anyway, so that's fine now. Let's just get out of settings and go back into the folder where we saw the index file. Now, if I click on it, then I can edit this file by clicking on the edit this file pencil. Okay, and then I can add some code, some text, some code to this file again. Now, if I wanted to embed a YouTube video, I open YouTube, and let's say it's something I created for my portfolio, then I could just simply I guess log into my YouTube account first or find myself. So Christian Hofstetter. Okay, so there are a few things. My God, let's just go with this. I need to find the share button, click on it, and then find the embed code by clicking on embed. And there is something called the iframe code. This is the embed code. So I either just highlight the whole thing or just and then copy, or just click on copy, and then here it says link copied to clipboard. So then we go back to the file, so basically the index.html file, and copy and paste this iframe in here. So this is not too pretty because the end of the code is hanging out of this window. So what we can do is up here we can change the wrapping, line wrap mode, no wrap, from no wrap to soft wrap, and this looks a bit better. Now, if, for example, I want to show the world that I made more music or more things that I documented with a video, then to do that, copy and pasting lines of code is probably the fastest way. So let's say 1, 2, 3, and then I just amend the second part to assignment 2 and assignment 3, and of course I have to change the iframe embed code to something else. Let's do that to this. Okay. Copy. It's in clipboard. We can quit this. And then I change the second part. Hey, that's okay. And then update the index.html file, and we can do that by just simply committing to the change, commit changes. Okay, so that should be it. Now, question again. Did it actually update our website? Let's refresh the page. And it's not there. Frustrating. Let's refresh the page and it's not there. So, sometimes it takes a while. Let's refresh. Let's refresh. 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 It's still not there. Now, to sort our heads out, one thing to do would be to actually check whether we made any changes to this website or not. We could use a website called kproxy, and it's under kproxy.com. So the URL, the website's domain is kproxy.com. And here in surf, so basically in the search bar of kproxy, let's just copy and paste our new website's URL in, which is our username.github.io and then the repository's name. So let's just copy and paste this in here, and surf.